What is up, everyone? Welcome to Steve's Corner, and in today's video we're going to be doing another add-on review. In this one we're going to be reviewing all types of different apples in Minecraft. Like, look back here. So I got an add-on and we have all kinds of new apples. Like, you guys know, like, you know, golden apples and enchanted golden apples and stuff like that. Yeah, guys, as you can see, we have 38 more different apples right here. And if I sound sick, well, I am sick. Anyway, before we get to the apples, I gotta show you guys something that I found, and it's kind of creepy, honestly. Over here, we have a cross. Okay, and any old cross. Look, this cross leads to a cave. Well, not really even a cave, but still. Anyway, guys, let's get on to our first apple, which will be right over here in the back, as you can see. Anyway, so we have the name right here, we have what it takes to craft it, and we have the actual apple on here. Now, I'm going to turn to survival, because I want to show how, like, the effects will work and stuff, so, you know. So I'm going to turn my personal game mode to survival. Anyway, with that being said, let's start with our first apple. So first apple we have is the Blaze Powder Apple. Now, be aware that these apples are going to be kind of random, just saying. So anyway, the Blaze Powder Apple, pretty much like, you know, the other apples, it has an apple in the middle, and, you know, there's whatever it is around it, which would be gold in this case, because that's what it's like. Anyway, so the Blaze Powder Apple looks like this, and yeah, that's the crafting recipe if you're on survival or something and you want to craft it. Also, remember that the add-on will be in the description below to this video. So we have the Blaze Powder Apple right here. Now we're going to eat this apple, and we're going to see what it does to us. Oh. And so the Blaze Powder Apple poisons you, but it does give you strength 3 and fire resistance 3 for the amount of times you see listed on the screen. So yeah, although it's okay, I mean, it gives you poison, so if I were you, I wouldn't bother trying to get the Blaze Powder Apple. I would use the Blaze Powder for better things. Okay guys, now that I'm prepared, I'm going to grab some milk. We're going to drink it so we can take these effects off, or the effect, because one of them's already gone. Anyway, well, with that being said, on that note, that is the Blaze Powder Apple for you guys. That's what it does. Moving on to the next apple, we have the Amethyst Apple. I like it's just a nice purple apple and stuff. Anyway, the recipe is amethyst shards with a apple in the middle. So 8 amethyst shards, 1 apple in the middle, as you can see right there. Now guys, I do want you guys to know that you gotta follow the crafting recipes in order, or else, you know, you don't. Obviously, if you guys play Minecraft, you should know that. Anyway, this apple gives you, well, as you can see, I have a lot more hearts. Also, it gives you strength 3, regeneration 3, fire resistance 3, water breathing 3, health boost 2, absorption 3, as you can see right there. Now, these effects don't last long, as you can see. That's just the bad part of it. But, you know, if you're in battle or something and you need a few more hearts, that's what that's there for. So you do that, and that is the Amethyst Apple. So is it useful? I would say, you know, if you can get a lot of amethyst shards and stuff, if you're farming like amethyst, and if you just have a lot of amethyst shards spare, or you can get them, whatever, you can get this. This is pretty nice. Next up, we have the Bone Apple. As you can see, we have the apple in the middle, and around it is all bones, which is pretty obvious considering that, you know, the other recipes, but some of the recipes will be kind of different later on. So anyway, don't get used to this. Anyway, this is the Bone Apple right here, and yeah, let's eat it and see what happens. Oh, and I just messed something up. Not what I meant to do. Anyway, so all it does is give you resistance 2 for like 27 seconds or 30 seconds, whatever it started at. I ain't sure. Let's turn this back because it's bothering me. So yeah, that's what the Bone Apple does. I mean, that's not really too special, and I'm not even going to use milk because it's about to, like, literally end. So we'll talk about the Bone Apple. So yeah, I would honestly save the bones for better things, honestly. Like, I wouldn't use them on this, unless you have, you know, tons of spare bones that you don't know what to do with them and stuff, then yeah, go ahead and do that. We have the Brick Apple. So basically, the Brick Apple would take 8 bricks, and these are normal bricks, and an apple in the middle. So let's open the chest, get us a brick apple, and so there you go. Bon appetit, let's eat it. And as you can see from the brick apple, it only gives us, you know, this much time, and this isn't a real reasonable amount of time. It's kind of disappointing, But really, let's just say in a scenario where you're in fire and you're so close to getting out, but you're gonna die very soon, and stuff like that, then you should eat one of them, even if it's just a couple seconds. I mean, it might save your life, you know what I'm saying? So that's the brick apple for you guys. Next we have the Chainmail Apple. It takes 8 chains and 1 apple in the middle. So let's look at this thing right here. Chainmail Apple. And it gives you resistance 2 for 30 seconds, 27, whatever it was when it began. That's the Chainmail Apple, and it's, I mean, I guess it's okay in a way. It gives you half a minute of resistance, so, I mean, it could be useful. So, yeah, that's the Chainmail Apple right there for you guys. So, it's pretty simple, but you know what? If you really just need it, you can have it. Next, we have the Charcoal Apple right here. So, like, basically, as expected, it's 8 charcoal and 1 apple in the middle. When you open it up, you're going to find a charcoal apple. Well, actually, what am I saying? I put this here. Why am I saying when you open it up, you're going to find a charcoal apple? No, I'm going to find a charcoal apple. Not you guys. Anyway, so the charcoal apple right here, have it in hand, eat it. For some reason, it doesn't give you an eating effect, but it gives you resistance for, like, 15 seconds. 14, 15, I don't know. So, it's really not too special. I mean, you get resistance for a few seconds, but it's like this right here, the Chainmail Apple is like overpowered compared, well, 2 times the amount of power, so this would give you like 2 times the amount of power as this apple would right here. So, I don't know. So, obviously, the Chainmail Apple is better, but anyway, that's not the point. Next, we have the Coarse Fruit Popped Apple. So, 8 popped coarse fruits and an apple in the middle, normal apple. And here we are with the coarse fruit popped apple. It's funny because in this whole list there isn't one, there isn't like a coarse fruit apple. It's just a coarse fruit popped. Like, they didn't actually give you a normal coarse fruit apple. But anyway, eat it, and he will start levitating, which I guess in some scenarios this is okay, but it gives you health boost, night vision, and soul falling 2. Well, health boost 2 and night vision 2. And it gives you this for a small period of time, but it gives it to you, and that's okay. Moving on, we have the coal apple right here. 8 coal, 1 apple in the middle. Let's open it up, and you just get this black apple, so it's, I mean, there you go. Coal apple right there. And it'll give you fire resistance 2 for like 13 seconds, 14, I don't know, whatever it started at, but so it gives you fire resistance for a few seconds, and that's good in a way, because like I said on the other ones, I give you fire resistance, like, or whatever one it was, I can't remember, but if you really like need to get out of lava quickly, and you just need to be safe with the coal apple. I mean, it depends how far away you are from land, but this could save your life. So you could craft it. It's up to you. It's one of those should I or should I not. But if I were you, because coal is very common, you could craft like a lot of these, and you should be able to get a lot of coal easily. So, I would honestly craft a few of these. So yeah. Next up, though, we have the Copper Apple. This takes 8 copper and 1 normal apple in the middle. So let's take it out, and we have the Copper Apple right here. And let's eat it. Not much more to say. Okay, so we get regeneration 3 and fire resistance 3. Now, of course, this is useful because you can regenerate faster, and the fire resistance, of course, being able to save your life, and that's up for more time too. So yeah, the Copper Apple, I mean, it's pretty useful, and plus, another thing is copper, you can get a lot of that too, so I would craft some of these if I were you. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I had to pause there. But anyway, next is the Crying Obsidian Apple. So, basically, as expected, 8 Crying Obsidian and 1 apple in the middle. That's your crafting recipe. And then, if you do that, you will get this Crying Obsidian Apple right here. So, it's pretty cool. Honestly, it looks pretty cool, if you ask me. So, let's eat it and see what it does. So, it's going to give you resistance 4 for 4 minutes, or like 5 minutes about. Fire resistance 3 for like 3 minutes, and absorption 4 for 2 minutes. So this is a pretty nice apple. So it could save your life. It gives you resistance, and like this is a pretty useful apple if you ask me. So I mean, crying obsidian isn't something common. I mean, you go to ruined portals and you'll find it and whatnot, but you know, it's pretty cool. You know, it gives you some cool effects and some life-saving effects. So yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, next is the diamond apple. So 8 diamonds and 1 apple. So this recipe is kind of expensive, but let's open it up and take it out. Anyway, right here we have the diamond apple. Let's take a bite of this. Now this. Oh, hold on. Did I mess this up? Hold on a minute, guys. Hey guys, sorry about that. I was confused because I didn't know if all those effects were actually true because I forgot to get rid of the effects from the obsidian apple. So, starting clean with the diamond apple, let's see what it all gives us. Okay, so the diamond apple gives us speed 3, strength 3, regeneration 3, and night vision 2. And you can see how much time it gives us those effects right there. Is it worth it? I don't really think it's too much worth it. I mean, if you're in serious cases where you really need to like save your life, of course it's worth it, but in general, I don't know if this would be worth 8 diamonds. I mean, with diamonds being somewhat rare, or am I saying somewhat? They can be rare to some people. I don't know. To me, they're kind of rare. But yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna drink the milk right here. Yeah, well, because I wanted to start fresh because I didn't know exactly what was what. So anyway, excuse me. Dragon Breath Apple. And I accidentally put an S at the end or something, but it's just Dragon Breath Apple, trust me. So it takes a coarse fruit popped apple and Dragon's Breath right there. So the recipe does require one of the apples that we reviewed. Now I already reviewed how to make this apple, so anyway, if you need that, just go back in the video, or of course you can see for yourself. So the Dragon Breath Apple will give us this. Okay, so it gives us strength 3, regeneration 3, resistance 3, night vision 2, health boost 3, and slow falling 3 for about 1 minute and 30 seconds, 1.5 minutes. And I was disconnected from the server. Hold on, guys, because I'm actually on my computer. I should have been moving my computer around, and yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back with you guys. I'm so sorry about that. 4, and my computer has this add-on, so this is my computer world. My computer turned off, so yeah. Anyway, that's done. So we have the Dragon Breath Apple covered. Next, we have the Emerald. Now, this is gonna be weird because it's actually not called Emerald Apple. It's called the Emerald Apple. Sorry for stuttering. It's not called what it's supposed to be called. I think they made a typo here because in the name of it, it's actually Emerald, not Emerald. So I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't know. I'm not gonna call it Emerald because what if they intentionally did? I'm just gonna call it Emerald Apple. Well, because that's what it's called in the thing. So that's what we're gonna call it. So to make the Emerald Apple, you need to have 8 emeralds and 1 apple in the middle. Now, that's not too expensive unless all those emeralds came out of a cave, which even so, it's still not too expensive. So, trying the Emerald Apple right now. It gives you jump boost 2, regeneration 2, absorption 2, slow falling 2, and hero of the village 2. Now, since I'm not near a village, I'm not sure if I was to be near a village, if the hero of the village thing would be permanent or not. But anyway, that's what it gives you. So I mean, it's okay. Now, it's weird that it gives you hero of the village, kind of, because it's like as if you save the village. So yeah, jump boost, like I said, slow falling, and stuff like that. And it give you some hearts, so yeah. So anyway, now we need to go back all the way over here. And this is going to start a new row. So we're going to go over here. And next we have the Ender Eye Apple. So now, I don't know if this is going to be worth it. I got to try the apple and see what the effects are to judge whether it's worth it or not. Because the thing is, these can be used for in portal. So, right off the bat, without all the effects aside that it's going to give us, I wouldn't make this apple unless you've already, have the end portal created or something. Or whatnot. I would save the Eyes of Ender. And then if you do have the end portal created and whatnot, then, well, you can go ahead and make one of these. I would say. I mean, that would be the smart idea. Now, let's eat it and see what it gives us. Yeah, because look, this is all it really gives you. It's, okay, let's say you were in hardcore mode or something, and you really needed to survive, or else you'd be done for. Then, yeah, I would use them just because that's your life right there. or you would lose all the items you had, like, yeah, then I would use it. But other than that, if you're just using it to use it, well, that's not a real smart idea. So, yeah, that's that. Anyway, flint apple is next. You need 8 flint and 1 apple in the middle. And we got this nice metallic looking apple right here. Eat it, and it's going to give you fire resistance 2 and resistance 2. So yeah, it gives you for the period of time that you guys saw. You know, I don't really know if I have to say that because you guys see it, but I am also saying the name, so I don't know. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Next, right here, we have the gas tier apple. Gas tiers right here, so we need 8 gas tiers and 1 apple in the middle. When you eat the gas tier apple, you're going to get, well, let's see. Okay, so it's going to give you regeneration 3, invisibility 2, and health boost 3. So apparently we're invisible now, so it gives us invisibility from eating this apple. So yeah, that's the apple right there. I'm just going to go ahead and drink some of the milk. And then a lot of them, they give you, well, this one gave us health boost. So yeah, get rid of the effects right there. Alright, next we have the glitch apple. Now, this is kind of interesting. Now, don't be deceived, because the recipe is 1 black stained glass, 3 tinted glass, 1 apple in the middle, red dye, yellow dye, lapis lazuli, and cyan, or whatever the light blue dye is, if that's what it's called. So, anyway, don't be deceived, though, because actually, when it all looks like black glass, actually pay attention. This is black stained glass, and there's 3 tinted glass, so it's not all black stained glass or not all tinted glass. Anyway, this is the glitch apple. Now, this thing looks sick. So, I can't wait for this and see what it does to us. We eat it. Okay, so this gives us regeneration 2, fire resistance 2, water breathing 2, and night vision 2. So, yeah, that's pretty sick. And it gives us it for like a minute. So, that could be pretty useful in some scenarios. So, I'm kind of glad with that apple in a way. I mean, is it really that expensive? I mean, you have to collect flowers and stuff, but it could be worth it, I guess. Of course, in certain scenarios, different things are worth it, but, you know. Anyway, next we have the Glowstone Apple. So, it takes 8 glowstone and 1 apple in the middle. Okay, so we have the glowstone right here. Glowstone apple right here. Eat it, and it just gives you night vision for 30 seconds. So, I mean, glowstone's easy to get, so if you just need some quick night vision, I guess, okay, why not, but, yeah. Anyway, on that note, we have Squid Apple. So, let me drink this milk really quick. Okay, guys, we have the Squid Apple right here, so it takes 8 glow ink and 1 apple in the middle. So, let's get this thing out, and let's see what it's worth. Eat it, you only get these kind of effects, and it's for not so much time. So, I mean, it could be, of course, it's useful if you really just need water breathing for a couple seconds. Then okay, it's kind of useful, and, you know, night vision, for whatever reason you only need it for just a couple seconds, then, yeah. Otherwise, I don't know about it. So, now we have the iron apple. So, of course, the recipe is 8 iron around and 1 apple in the middle. Eat it. You get strength 2 for about a minute and resistance 2 for about a minute. So, you know, yeah, pretty useful. If you have a lot of iron, of course, this is going to help you in, like, the Wither battle or the Inner Dragon battle and stuff like that. So, it's okay. Not the most special, I would say, but, yeah. Anyway, that brings us to our next apple, the Lapis Lazuli Apple. Now, it takes 8 Lapis Lazuli. I don't know why it was so hard to just get out of my mouth, but, and 1 apple in the middle. So, Lapis Lazuli Apple. And it gives us strength 2, water breathing 2, and night vision 2. The strength it gives us for like 15 seconds, was it? I don't even know because it's already almost over. Drink some milk, and that's what the Lapis Lazuli Apple gives us. Now, I ain't here to judge at this point. I probably don't even want to judge whether it's worth it or not. You guys decide that for yourselves, because, you know, I'm not you. You guys are yourself, so, yeah. Next, we have the leather apple, 8 leather, and 1 apple in the middle. Now, the leather apple gives us, it just gives us regeneration 2 for 15 seconds. I mean, I guess if you need quick regeneration, it's worth it, but I wouldn't say it's the best, of course. Okay. Magma cream apple. Check it out. We have this cool look. This actually looks kind of cool. So when we eat it, we get jump boost 3, regeneration 3, and fire resistance 2 for the amount of time you guys see above. So yeah, that's, you know, here's our jump boost, and if we need to have regeneration or something, of course, that's right there for us, and it's available. Now, I'd say this is pretty cool, of course, but I mean, like I said before, I'm not going to judge whether you guys think it's worth it or not. You guys decide that for yourself. Anyway, a Nutilis Apple. Now, it's, you know, of course, it's 8 Nutilis shells and 1 apple in the middle. So, you know, you're going to have to fetch that many Nutilis shells somehow. I'm going to wait for these to go. Okay, yeah, because I want to start fresh with this apple. And this basically just gives you conduit power too. So, yeah, I don't know, like, because I don't usually work with conduits, so you guys can honestly definitely judge for yourself if that's worth it. That's way up to you, because I don't even know what conduit power is, because I never have ever, like, made something like that in Minecraft before, surprisingly enough. Anyway, since that's there for a lot of time, we gotta get rid of this conduit power. Okay, now we're gonna put that back in here. No, that's not what I meant. Alright. Netherite apple. To make it, you need 1 netherite and you need a diamond apple. So you gotta go ahead and use this recipe right here to make the diamond apple. And, yeah, let's get the netherite apple out. See what it does for us. Now this thing gives you all this power. Speed 3, strength 3, regeneration 3, fire resistance 3, night vision 2, health boost 2, and absorption 3. So this is a pretty useful apple. This gives us a lot of effects right here. You have a lot of things right here with this apple. Look at this. This is nice. Plus all the other effects other than just this running and stuff. It's a pretty sick apple. I know that just doesn't sound right at all, because, like, who says an apple is sick ever? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, anyway, that brings us to the next apple. Now, you thought this was pretty OP. Look at this. A Netherstar Apple. You need 1 Netherstar and a Netherite Apple. So, you thought the Netherite Apple might be the most OP. Well, say hello to the Netherstar Apple. This one takes a Netherite Apple and a Netherstar Apple. We just went over how to make a Netherite Apple, which is this. So, yeah. So, it's going to take you a little bit of work. And plus, you have to defeat the Wither to get this apple. Because, well, the Wither's how you get the Nether Star. So, you have to have the Wither defeated. And the Wither only drops 1 Nether Star. So, you're pretty much using that whole Nether Star on this apple. So, hopefully this is good. I want to see how good this is. Whoa! Look what we have here, guys. Look at this. Speed 3, haste 3, strength 3, jump boost 3, regeneration 3, resistance 3, fire resistance 3, water breathing 3, invisibility 3, night vision 3, health boost 3, still falling 3. For this amount of time, that's a pretty dang OP apple right there. That's giving us a lot of effects right there. Look at that on the screen, guys. How many effects is that? That's like 12 effects right there. Sheesh. That's pretty. That's pretty OP. Oh, it ain't just pretty OP. It's OP, guys. Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, that's another Star Apple. That's probably, I bet you that's the most OP apple. I'm not for sure though. I'm just saying I think it is, because come on. Excuse me. Now we have the Nether Forest apple right here. So 4 Nether warts and 4, what's it called? Just you know, this stuff, whatever it is. It's like in the warped forest, like it's warped grass or something. I don't know exactly what they call it, but yeah, we have the Nether Forest apple. Eat this thing. You're gonna get fire resistance 2, water breathing 2, and health boost 2 right here. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Right there, that's another forced apple that you get. And the fire resistance is kind of expected because, you know, this is something you have to get out of the nether. The water breathing, well, I guess that's just an effect that they decided they want to add in the health boost. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, that brings us to our next apple, which would be the Obsidian Apple. Of course, this takes 8 obsidian and 1 apple in the middle. Now, I'm hoping for it to be, you know, somewhat reasonable because you gotta do a lot of mining for obsidian. Okay, so you get, okay, so nothing is even lasting for a minute, which is kind of disappointing. Except the fire resistance 3 kind of lasts for like a minute about, but anyway, haste 3, regeneration 2, fire resistance 3, night vision 2, and absorption 3. That's the effects for the Obsidian Apple. Alright guys, so now we're about to move on to the, okay, well, I gotta collect the buckets, but, we have the Phantom Membrane Apple. So, this is 8 Phantom Membrane and 1 apple in the middle, so you need to kill like 8 Phantoms. Actually, no, probably more than that, because they ain't guaranteed to drop it, right? So, yeah. Crap. It happened again. I keep forgetting because I keep trying to go to the next thing. We're not going to be like touching the keyboard, and now I'm getting disconnected. I am so sorry for this. Okay, so back to the Phantom Membrane Apple. Let's eat it and see what it gives us. Okay, levitation, night vision, and slow falling. Night vision 2, slow falling 3, and levitation 2 is what it gave us. So, the levitation thing went away, but that's what it was, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, that was what it was. Okay, so, okay, OCD right here. I'm just going to take all the buckets and do this. Alright. Now, we have the quartz apple right here. So, this thing takes, 8 nether quartz and 1 apple in the middle. So, let's eat one of these bad boys, see what we get. Okay, so strength 2 and resistance 2 for about 30 seconds is what this will give us. So, yeah, that's that. And so that's the quartz apple right there. Next we have the rabbit foot apple, which sounds disgusting to eat because it's basically made of rabbit foot. So, yeah, in real life I would not, and I'm sorry for that awkward laugh, but in real life I would not eat this. So let's get this out of here and let's eat it and see what it gives us. I'm assuming it gives us luck. No, it doesn't give us luck. Oh, it gives us speed 2 and jump boost. So there we go. That's what it gives us. Okay. Now we have another interesting apple right here called the Rainbow Apple, as you can see by the apple. So you need red dye, orange dye, yellow dye, green dye, light blue dye, normal blue dye, purple dye, and pink dye to make this one, and an apple in the middle. So just wait for this to go away real quick. I can wait a couple seconds. Okay. Now, Rainbow Apple. Let's see what it gives us. Okay. Speed 2, strength 2, jump boost 2, regeneration 2, fire resistance 2, water breathing 2, invisibility 2, and night vision 2. But it only gives us this for a certain amount of time. But it does give us all of these effects. So it's, you know, it's kind of sick. So yeah, that's the Rainbow Apple right there. If you can get all these colors and stuff, well, go ahead and try the Rainbow Apple out if you want to. Now that brings us to the Redstone Apple. Ooh, look at that yummy apple. Just so red and everything. So, anyway, Redstone Apple. Eat it, and you will get regeneration 4, fire resistance 2, and health boost 2. For the amount of seconds that you guys see right there. So that's what the Redstone Apple does. So not too special, you know. I mean, it can save your life, of course, like every apple pretty much can. In any type of scenario that they might save your life. So let's drink this milk to get rid of the effects so we can move on to the next apple. And that next apple will be the Shroomlight Apple. So of course, you guys, if you guys know what Shroomlight is, it's just part of like the nether trees and the nether forest and stuff. Crimson Forest and Warped Forest. I mean, Yeah, that's what that is. So you need 8 of those streamlights and 1 apple in the middle. And then you'll get this thing right here. So this gives you fire resistance 2 and night vision 2 for only like 7 seconds, 8 seconds. So it's really kind of, it's not the best apple. But of course, like I said, it could save your life because the fire thing especially. Next apple is the Shulker shell apple. So you need 8 Shulker shells and 1 apple in the middle. So from this, you eat it, and you get all these effects: speed 2, haste 2, strength 2, jump boost 2, regeneration 2, and slow falling 2, right there. So you get those effects right there, and that's all you really get for that apple. And that was the what apple was that we just did? Yeah, that was the Shulker apple. So, moving on to the next apple, we have the slime apple, right? Yeah, slime apple. Now, that just reminds me of like a green apple in like real life. You know, green apples. You guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, slime apple. Except it ain't no green apple, it's just made of slime. Or something, I don't know. Eat it and you will get jump boost 3 and regeneration 2 for the amounts of time listed right there. So, as far as regeneration and stuff, yes, that's helpful because you might need to regenerate. And jump boost 3, that's helpful, I guess, if I mean, I guess it's okay. It's not the most helpful, I guess, but I mean, if there's some reason you need jump boost, then I guess there you go. So, yeah, that's that right there. Let's get rid of the effect. And that brings us to the next apple, which is the string apple, made of 5 string and 1 apple. I mean, not 5. Did I say 5? I meant 8. So yeah. Grab the apple, eat it, and let's see what it gives us. Okay, it only gives us strength 2 and regeneration. Yeah, okay, so these went by pretty fast. Regeneration is barely helpful at all because it goes away so fast, but, okay, there's your string apple, I guess. Alright, turtle shell apple. Last but not least, we have the turtle shell apple. So you need 8 scoots and 1 apple in the middle. And this is our last apple, and then we will be able to end off the video. I'm sorry about anything that might have went wrong there, but yeah, let's eat this thing. See what it gives us. Turtle shell apple gives us resistance 4 and water breathing 4. And now the water breathing is there for a long time. So this apple's honestly kind of sick, and the resistance is there for like 5 minutes. So the water breathing though is the best. It's like, look, the water breathing 4 is there for like 10 minutes. So that's 10 minutes of time you can just be underwater without even coming up. So that's actually kind of sick. So this thing is pretty cool, if you ask me. But anyway, unfortunately, guys, that ends off this video right here. Yes, that ends off this video right here. So, let me turn myself to creative. Actually, I don't really need to turn myself to creative. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed that video, please go back and subscribe, and we're going to be doing more add-on reviews here and there. And, I'm sorry about being sick and stuff, you know, and sniffling. That's, you know, I'm sick, okay? It just, that's how it is. I'm sick. And, yeah. I wish I wasn't sick, but I am. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video overall, though. I will put the link to this description, or I'll put the link in the description to this add-on, so you guys can go get it by yourself, whether on your own phone or computer. You can get it either way. If you just go to the description, all you need is the link I send you in Minecraft to get it. Of course, if you're on PlayStation or something, you can't download it, but if you are on computer or phone, you can get it. And on Xbox, I think you can. On Xbox, you can download like add-ons on Xbox, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please go. I'm sorry for starting. All right, please go like and subscribe, and I'll see you with another video.